Hello. So this is a VOD review. Let's go to the beginning of my man Sandwich playing Pharah at around 2600, and we're just gonna go over like general. I'm Waltz, by the way. GM Pharah main, one trick, dirty one trick. Here to talk a lot about just basic, a little bit about aiming, mostly about positioning though, because I feel like Pharah is mostly a hero that relies on just good positioning, knowing like the map, just game sense, general things like that. A little less mechanics heavy, but you really have to be good with your positioning. So that's what we're gonna focus on during the video here. So my man picks up Pharah, and let's see, nothing really exciting happens in the beginning. He talks with his team a little bit.
Hit my basketball.
Doing the little basketball shenanigans. We're gonna go to the start of the map. So I want to talk about how he opens up in each map. I think it's really good actually what he does. So he gets really good height here. So height, obviously you want to be like as high as you can as Pharah. And right here, I'm gonna pause right here. So this is great positioning in terms of where my man Sandwich is. Just getting like really good line of sight firing down the alleyway where he knows the enemy's gonna be coming up from. Getting that free ult charge, maybe getting like a lucky pick or something. And he just starts to rotate to the point, which isn't maybe the best all the time, because a lot of times teams might like just fight in this little building right here on the left. Usually I like to stay above this building on the corner left and just like be as annoying as possible, create a crossfire if my team is fighting over here. But actually the other team starts to rotate this way also through this building, so it's not that bad what my man Sandwich does. Right here, okay, so this is where I want to start to talk about the problems that my buddy Sandwich is starting to have. I realized throughout this whole video, I skimmed through it once before starting this recording, but I realized that his positioning isn't terrible, but like his positioning is good for him in terms of aiming and getting off good shots, but his positioning is really bad in terms of getting killed. So a lot of times when he gets killed, he shouldn't have been where he was in terms of positioning. Like as Pharah, you don't have to be at this range where you're like right above and so close to the enemy. Really good that he rotates around, he kind of gets in their back line and they're not paying attention to him, so he's able to get a few good picks. But also right here, who are you fighting against? You're fighting against Ryan and Lucio. Obviously they can't really kill you if you stay like far away, and you know the point's gonna open up in like 10 seconds or so you got some time. You don't have to be this close to the Ryan, man. Like this scares me. If he like gets like, I don't know, one melee on you and then like a fire strike and the Lucio hits you like twice or something, you're like dead right there. Okay, good thing, so you do back up a little bit, but you don't have to be that close, and you go forward again. So that's a no-no. Be really careful with your life. All right, good boop right there. And let me see, nothing else. Sorry, I'm a little sick right now, or stuffy. Okay, just finishing up scraps basically here. Oh, okay, right here. So against Anna, okay, you could be that close, getting off a kill. You're getting pocketed, it's alright. Against Hog right here, he can one hit easy you know. You don't want to be this close to Banmi. Banmi's gonna wreck you up, dude. You know what Roadhog's hook range is, and it's a little bit farther from here, maybe like a few more meters or so. But you get this close to him. If that was a good Hog, that would have hit you right there. Good job juking that, but again, you don't want to be in that range. Alright, so everyone's dead. Let's fast forward a little bit. You die here? Oh, I want to talk about this real quick. So, this is another example actually. Everything that scares me is just in terms of like your positioning as to where your enemy is. So like if everyone was standing still, your positioning is great, you know, but you have to be really careful with your life. So here, I like that you use this wall right here just to peek out of left and right, you know. That's what you should be doing. You're playing a little dangerous, and what I mean by that is, as Pharah, you don't have to be so close to the ground here. You could be way more up right there, and just be more annoying. I like to actually be like a little more this way and up, so you can actually still see like a good line of sight from like that angle, but you don't have to be so close to the ground here. And you can see that Hanzo's just firing down random shots, and he happens to get you. So that's a little bit more of what I mean. Your team was overextended, but you could have been in better positioning to have prevented your own death at least. So if you were like, I don't know, even like there, or like even like here where the Hanzo can't see you and you're just firing down shots, boom, 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 to the enemy, Hanzo wouldn't have been able to see you, or at least it would have been a lot harder for him to hit you, rather than him just, he doesn't even know you're here, he's just firing random Hanzo shots, you know? So you could be in better positioning just in terms of saving your own life. That's a lot about, that's basically like the story of this video. You're not doing anything like blatantly long. This is just a clean team fight that you guys win. Okay. Okay. Okay, nothing much to say. I did not need that res, but it's alright. Yeah. Yeah, that's pretty. Oh, okay. Okay, again here. Why are you on the ground? You're Pharah, man. You could be flying everywhere, everywhere. I like to be like, maybe like on top of this or something, just like making sure I know where they're coming from. Is it here? Is it like through there? Is it through this building? Is it like behind here? If you're here as Pharah, you know where the enemy's coming from. And you're being pocketed too, so you should have no worries or concerns. Good, so you do jump back here. So this is good positioning, you know. You can, so like here, you have options. You're not in like a, I have to kill you or you're gonna kill me kind of situation. That's not where you want to be as Pharah. Alright, good? Good, very good. So here, you know that the Genji could kill you if you're in that range, obviously, because he's ulting. So this is what you want to really do, just in terms of positioning. Okay, oh, why are you firing at him? You know, he's deflecting. Playing with fire. Yeah, that's where you guys are screwing up. Alright, so I want to talk about aiming here for the first time. So there aren't many examples because I feel like your aiming is pretty decent. It's not too bad. But here, this is an example of a bad shot and a good shot. So let's see bad shot. So obviously Pharah is like Projectile. It's all about predicting and aiming. Predicting where the enemy's going to go depending on his trajectory, and then leading your shots that much based on how far away you are, the rocket distance traveling. Okay, so this is the situation. Genji is being attacked by your friend Winston right here, Broccoli or whatever his name is. And which way is the Genji gonna run? He gonna obviously run this way, away from the monkey that's harassing him, right? And where do you fire your shot? You fire it a little here. So this isn't, I mean, it's understandable because you just saw the Genji and you like aim towards him, so it's understandable that your aim is a little off, but you could think about your shots a little more, just a little sloppy. So you shouldn't have aimed here at all. You should have aimed maybe somewhere here even, or here. I probably would have aimed my shot somewhere like here, because you know he's going in this direction. So the first shot was kind of sloppy. Second shot was a lot better. So this is good aiming. So you think that he's gonna go this way a little bit, and so you hit your shot over here, which is a lot more forgivable. A lot more forgivable. Alright, yeah, you can touch. You are very self though. You want to be like very careful. You still got some time. Alright, here. So yes, you did touch, but I want to talk about, again, there's a really good entryway on top of this building as Pharah that you could go in. If you have like ult or something, if you want to be really sneaky when your team's like going in from the front, that's a really good place to go in. I don't know if you know about it or if it just like slipped your mind or something, but if your goal was just to touch, and it seems like that was your goal, just to get into overtime, you should have approached from the top. And this, they know that you're coming, like they saw you coming from like all the way on the left side. So yeah, they know that you're right there. So as Pharah, just like, especially as Pharah, because Pharah is such a heavy either frontline DPS kind of style of play, and then like once the fight starts to break out, or if you're being sneaky, kind of like flanking ish kind of play style, you want to really, how do I say this, you want to be as ninja like as possible, if that makes sense. Like you want to think of yourself kind of as a Genji in some situations. So there definitely you could have been a lot more sneakier. Let's talk about excuse my cute. sickness. I want to watch just the beginning of this because you do have actually really good, if there are any Pharah players out there watching this, you do have really good opening, like, just like zoning, getting free ult charge shots. So this is what I actually always do. If I was going to make a video and do, like, show how I open up with this is beautiful. So you're firing shots like right there, that's what I always do. And you're firing shots like right there when they're about to come in. That's beautiful. It's beautiful. I'm about to cry. Alright. So here's where things start to diverge a little bit from what you're doing and what I would be doing. So this whole map, basically, I'll just explain before we get into things. You like to play a lot in this area right here. And that's a big no-no as Pharah. I mean, obviously it's okay in some situations, like, I don't know, you're chasing frags, if like the enemy team's kind of split up and you're being pocketed, it's alright. But for the most part, I actually pulled up a good looking map right here. So you're coming in through this way, the enemy's coming through this way, and you guys are meeting here. If you guys are meeting here, as Pharah, you're so out in the open here. If the enemy has a good hit scan, especially as you start climbing and you start to encounter some really good hit scan, McCree players, even Widows, even some Annas who can hit their shots, you don't want to be here. Because they have, if like a McCree sitting like right here behind a Rhine shield, they have such good line of sight, like wherever you're going, you know? So what I like to do, is I actually like to go back around here. So I would fire my shots, I would go through here, fire my shots, whatever. My team is here, the other team is here, they're starting to like engage each other, and I go here. And I go right here. And I just peek behind this and start to create a crossfire. And that's actually really helpful because as a McCree, if you're here, if you're being pestered by this Pharah right here, all your attention is right here. And especially if I'm being pocketed, there's little chance that the McCree could kill me if I'm playing smart. And if I'm using this like wall to block the McCree shots, I can choose when to engage the McCree. I think that's the most important thing, and that's why high ground is so important. I'm high ground here, and I'm just dipping up and down behind this, or like even like behind this. I can choose when to pop out, take a shot, pop back in, pop out, take a shot, pop back in behind cover. And there's even a small health pack over here, so if I get a shot or two on me, I can take that. So what I usually do is I fire a few shots, and then when the enemy team is like, oh my god, this Pharah's so annoying, I'm gonna do something else, that's when I can choose a moment to go behind them and start to fire, start to get kills and frag on their supports. And that's really dependent on what my team is doing also. So just like creating line of fire. So you see in the rest of this video on this map that you like to stay in this area right here, and I think that's really dangerous. Like that hog that just died and took someone with him, your soldier, that could have been you, man. That could have been you, and that's scary. Again, right here. Oh boy, why are you so close, man? All right, yeah. So like right where you are back there is where I like to be. Like up here, like yeah, like up there. That's beautiful right there. Here the fight's starting to like break down a little more, so you can be a little more aggressive and more in your face, which is fine. But okay, so that was good range for Hog because you couldn't have been hooked there. Good call out. You guys have point, no need to be too aggressive, but Lucio gets a dank double boop and your Mercy dies, so this looks pretty bad for your team. Here you want to kill the Hanzo really fast. That was a sloppy boop, but it's okay, I forgive you. Sorry, that's my phone. Good, nice, you guys are getting kills. Alright, that was a little dangerous there because they knew you were going to pop out. A good soldier might have killed you there, but thankfully you're fine. Okay, let's move forward a little bit. Let's assess this ultimate. Ooh, so this ultimate right here. Okay, so you did two ults that I noticed in this game, maybe some in this map, and you ulted both from around this position, but actually, so let's go back to our map. So you ulted around here where the enemy was like kind of coming in this way, and you ulted around here like in front of their faces, which is not bad per se because you're at least aiming in the right direction. But as Pharah, you can abuse like the whole map, and what I'm basically saying is pop over this fence right here, like where they can't see you, go right here, be sneaky, and just ult right behind them. They have a Rhine shield, and that could potentially soak up like almost your whole ult, like 80% of it, if his Ryan shield isn't near broken. Just go here. Oh, it's free barrage range right here, man. Right here, man. So that's what I would like to see doing more a little bit with your ultimate. When you have your ultimate, when you're looking for it, think about positions where you can be sneaky. You know, I've even like been really aggressive and have like come around this way when they're coming in this way, and I ulted like right behind them, like here. If they don't know you're coming as Pharah, like if you're looking for an ultimate, if you're looking for like a sneaky pick, if they don't know that you're coming, it's easy game. If they know that you're coming, if they're looking out for you, if they're pressuring you, that's when things are difficult. But you want to be able to abuse like all of this, like all these buildings and everything. Blizzard, like, that's beautiful. You want to abuse this as much as possible. So here you're supported by your team. You're getting pocketed, it's fine, it's beautiful. In other situations where you're not being pocketed so much, you're by yourself, your teamwork's a little more sloppier, which obviously happens a lot. You want to be a lot more smart with your ultimate and your positioning. Good hiding behind the wall, kind of sloppy shots on Lucio, but again here, this is why you don't want to be in this like pit, like around this pit of death. Like you do, but like not inside of the courtyard. You know, you want to be like on the outside of it. This is why you're tunnel visioning on this Lucio here, and you do this like a couple times here and there. Just like you see someone, you want to go for the kill, which is great. Like the Lucio is overextended, like he's not with his team, you can kill him, that's great. But you still always have to be thinking about your life. Like, how can you die right here? By the hog right behind you. So this is why you don't want to stay in a pit. You want to stay a lot higher and a lot more to the periphery of the courtyard. Yeah, you did. Alright, okay, so right there, that's great, that's beautiful, where you just were. Let me see if I can get to it. Alright, nice. So right here, yeah, this is beautiful, where you're going around. They don't know that you're coming from this angle. It's really sneaky. It creates like a crossfire. I probably would have gone like a little more left, created this crossfire behind them. Then the Ana has to be looking totally this way to shoot you, and the Ryan has to face this way if he wants to block your shots. But it's okay, you're being pocketed. You could be a little more aggressive. That's fine. Nice shots. You guys clean up. And oh yeah, so talking about this ult again. If you look at this ult right here, so that's beautiful right there. Like you could abuse that spot so well, especially if you're being pocketed. You could abuse that so well. Just firing down shots, even zoning, even getting a pick or two, like up there. That's beautiful. That's what I like to abuse when I play on this map. That's why this is one of my favorite maps. Like you don't have to be firing like from the ground, like right. Like this is like where you would be if you're a Junkrat, you know. But you could be like here. That's like double utility, like function, Pharah abusing play, whatever. Yeah, so right there, you could go right there and fire your ult like right behind them. That would be beautiful. But you're doing it like right in their face, and there's a Widow right there. So obviously you would have seen that if you went like over that thing right there. But yeah, just in general, you don't want to. It's hard to get a good Pharah ult off if they know that it's coming. The lesson of the story. So just wrapping up this video, I guess. Positioning, you don't want to be where the enemy could kill you. You want to be where you can kill them. Obviously it overlaps a little bit. It's not as easy as saying it, but really think about valuing your own life. I feel like you're dying in situations where you don't have to be dying. Did I want to say anything here? Let me look at my notes real quick. Oh yes, I want to talk about this beginning again, just for all the other Pharah players out there. This is beautiful. Just firing like there a few shots, and then like there a few shots. Just getting like good stuff. So you're at like free 25%. Free 25%. Okay, so this I want to talk about, just reiterating your positioning again. You don't have to be here. You don't have to be hookable. You don't have to be fireable. So this is yeah, this is okay. I mean, you're being pocketed. It's a little aggressive. I wouldn't be here, but you do get a nice boop. That was a good shot, nice shot. Going for the Mercy, good. She flies away, can't help that, it's fine. Again here, So against the Ryan, you know Ryan's there. Just fly a bit more up. Fly a bit more up here. You use that boot that that rocket jetpack that you just got. Fly up. You get a really nice line of sight behind the Ryan. He's forced to only look up at you or basically die. And you probably could have killed the Ryan a lot more easier. So okay, you do that here. Good. Okay, next part I want to talk about. I think the last part I have 1645. Oh, so back to this map. Oh yeah, okay. So again, that's just another example where you should have not been there. So again, this is where I like to open up also, maybe like around here, just firing shots through here, being up here, being sneaky, using all these great like walls. Yeah. And then, and again, you're way too close here. You're just way too close. So that's the story of this video. Like here, you know the McCrees are. What are you doing? What are you doing? Ugh. Yeah, he tubed at you because you were right in his range. You want to be not that killable. Not that killable. Okay, so that's basically this video. I liked the Rosari video also. Not too much to say about that. I more so just wanted to get a sense of how you play to focus on your Pharah video. Pharah. But I think that's like just the lesson of the story. Just work on your positioning, not in terms of where you are for when you're getting kills, because in some situations it's fine to be that aggressive and fine to be that in your face, especially when a fight's breaking down, especially when they don't know you're coming. It's fine to be that close. But in other situations where you know that you can be helped possibly from behind even, or like you're right in like the McCree kill zone, you don't want to be there. You want to be with your team waiting. So you can either be with your team waiting like behind your Rhine shield, or like just spamming down rockets in a corridor, or you could be taking cover in like a building behind them, around them, creating a crossfire and still being safe. So I think that's the biggest thing of this like whole video. Like, ask yourself, whenever you die, ask yourself, is this something I could have prevented? And in most cases that I'm seeing here in this video, it is something you could have prevented a little more easily. Obviously you're always going to die, but you could be playing a little better with your life here. So that's mostly this video. Yeah, good stuff. Fair love.